the moment that I.
Oh my. Oh my.
You are now tuned in to the Revolution Radio Show. Yo, what it is and what it do. You officially tuned into the Revolution Radio Show on 102.3 FM, KCAA in the Inland Empire, worldwide on the NBC Radio Network and on the iHeartRadio app. As always, I'm your man, Uncle Jiggy, a.k.a. J Love, a.k.a. J Dash, a.k.a. Mr. Make It Happen, a.k.a. a whole lot of things. I'm usually joined by my dude, the statesman, my man Farron, but he's at UCLA Retreat Center in Lake Arrowhead right now doing his thing. So I'm joined by the second day in a row by my special guest co-host, all the way from Florida, by way of the Dominican Republic, Miss A. Ruiz. What it do, Miss A. Ruiz?
What it do, homie? Out here enjoying this beautiful, beautiful afternoon. This beautiful evening.
I see that. Well, it is Tuesday, the 13th of July in the year of our Lord, 2021. Yes. So what were you up to today, Miss A. Ruiz?
Oh, you know what I'm saying? I just did a little bit of everything. Now, I was at a video shoot. My buddy's video shoot helped out. You know what I'm saying? Was a little extra. Did my little acting thing. Killed it.
Okay, so you was getting your act on.
I'm expecting my Oscar at the beginning of next year. You know me? January. That's when they do it.
Okay,
so,
okay.
I was out here getting my little. I act too. You feel me? I act too. I'm a thespian.
Well, I'm glad that you are a thespian. Because speaking of people acting or acting up, see, my transitions is flawless. Yes, my transition game. I don't know if you checked out. You did. I know you did, actually. I shouldn't even say that because I sent you the video. But there was a lady in New Jersey at a Victoria's Secret, right? They're calling her Victoria's Secret Karen. And the reason they're calling her that is because this grown woman, wish I could say some other words, but I can't say it because that's what it is. But this grown woman threw a fit like a 3-year-old child. Okay, here's what I'm gonna break it down. What happened to you? Okay, because some of y'all haven't seen this video. She apparently accosted a woman of color inside of the Victoria's Secret and tried to hit her. That woman proceeded then to go ahead and film her to make sure that, you know, she couldn't get accused of anything because Victoria's Secret Karen called the police, right? As she was filming her, Victoria's Secret Karen, or VSK, as we like to call her on the streets, VSK, you know, she decided to have this meltdown and was screaming, "Don't film me! Don't film me!" Right? To the point where she literally, I don't know, did you see the second part where she laid down on the floor?
Threw herself on the floor and was shaking.
Yeah, she was shaking. It was wild. And here's the crazy part. I just want to say, white people, I love y'all are amazing. Because all of the other white women in the store was just acting like nothing was going, like, oh, that's just little Karen. Just let her throw her fit.
She just acting out again today.
They literally treated her like a child. Like they ignored her and just was like, oh, just Karen's throwing a fit. I was dying.
At Victoria's Secret, like.
So let me ask you this: what would you have done had you have been there? Like, would you have ignored her?
I would have been. No, is that I know how I would have reacted. I would have been dying of laughter. Like I would have been crying because, like, that is just hilarious to me. Like a grown woman, she was acting like she got stabbed.
Yes.
Bro, when she was the one that attacked the lady, like bro, that is hilarious. I would have been laughing, but I probably would have tried to, I don't know, get the lady out of there. That is, that's not okay. Bro, she's quivering.
Yeah, like when that for me was the part when she laid down. Okay, I'm gonna try to explain this to you folks.
That was that was my.
She literally, like she kind of squatted for a minute as if like maybe she had heartburn, and then she not fell. She didn't fall. Like she slowly eased her way onto the ground and laid out, like laid down like it was nap time.
Right.
And then when that wasn't enough, she started like shaking and was like, stop it. Literally would say, stop filming me. Stop filming me.
Crying. She was crying. She was shaking. She was screaming.
And
for nothing.
And the crazy part is, if she wanted the lady to stop filming her, she could have just left the store. But and then proceeded even towards the end of the video to chase the lady around the store, which was crazy to me.
And then everybody was just standing there, like everybody was just like cooling. I'm like, what? The lady had to like run away from her.
Yeah, so I just shout out to VSK. Thank you for it. I'm just saying, because somebody, I promise you, somebody gonna put music to it and make a video.
Entertainment. Oh, for sure.
I promise you, I'm waiting on it. Yes, somebody is going to put music to it and make it a video. I can't wait to see it because the internet is undefeated.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and speaking of being undefeated,
okay. That was a good one. That was a good
you like that one?
Yeah.
So many of you, I don't know if my co-host today remembers who this person is, but many of you who listen to this show remember a gentleman by the name of Vanilla Ice. Boom, 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 boom. Well, you might, because you're from Florida. No, technically, he had more than one hit, because he had that "Go Turtles, Go Turtles, Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go." He not broke.
Bruh, he was broke for a little minute.
No, he never went broke. Look, I'm telling you that Ice Baby money is no joke. Even after Suge Knight.
What are you doing now?
So he basically wanted to prove to everyone that the greatest decade ever is the 90s.
Yeah, that's facts.
Thank you. We finally agreed on something.
That's facts. I'm a 90s baby, of course.
We finally agreed on the fact that the 90s. So, ladies and gentlemen,
that was it, man.
Yes, and I even want to go even further and be very specific. I believe not only the greatest decade, but the greatest decade in music and the greatest decade in hip hop. And I'm gonna give you the exact years. Was 88 to 98. That 10-year gap right there. Yep. You had some of the greatest ever to do it come out. And so from the Notorious is wild. And so I don't want to be the old guy that's always complaining about the young people, because I can't be mad at young people for being young. You understand what I'm saying? I was young once upon a time, and I used to wild out a little bit. What's she saying now? No, I'm still young. I'm just not younger.
Young at heart. Forever.
I don't know. My heart is it's like 138 years old. But but yes, but here's the thing. And I'm not trying to pick on, because my co-host here, she does music, so I'm not trying to pick on younger folks doing music. I actually like your music. We're about to play some of it right now in just a second. But here's what I would like to say to any younger artists who are listening, okay? Because I know there's a lot of y'all out there. Y'all be hitting me up like, yo, can I send you some music? Can I send you some? I had somebody send me some music today. Yeah, I had some. And it was, I will be honest, I haven't reached out to this young dude yet, but I'm going to hit him and tell him, you know what? What you sent me was fire. Like, the track was fire. Wow. His flow was, the hook was, But you know what? I can't mess with it, because what he's talking about in it, I'm about uplifting my people. You know what I'm saying? Not degrading my people. And I was hot. Don't get me wrong. It was fire. And here's what I want to say to young artists. You want to know what the magic was about my generation? And specifically, we're talking about the 90s. And here's, I'm just giving y'all a quick little free look. At those of y'all who are driving, you can't see, she rolled her eyes at me because she always get mad when I talk about young people.
I didn't roll my eyes.
It was involuntary. You don't even realize you be rolling your eyes anymore. So here's what happens. When we was coming up, Tribe Called Quest didn't sound like Public Enemy, and Public Enemy didn't sound like 2 Live Crew, and 2 Live Crew didn't sound like NWA, and NWA didn't sound like Digital Underground. My point is find your voice.
Right.
I saw this rant that T-Pain went on, and T-Pain went on this rant, and he said, Lil Baby sound like the Baby, and they both of them sound like Lil Uzi Vert and Lil Uzi, etc., etc. Find your voice. Don't sound like. Matter of fact, when we was coming up, it was bad if you sounded like somebody else.
Just be a voice, like, not an echo.
Yes. Matter of fact, there was a rapper by the name of Shine that got signed to Bad Boy Records shortly after the Notorious B.I.G. passed away, right? And his career almost got derailed because the tone of his voice sounded like Biggie. And people weren't ready to. Like an imitation. Yeah, and people weren't ready. They were like, yo, I don't know. He sounds too much like Biggie.
Right.
You feel me? And so what I'm saying is look, a lot of y'all are really talented. Y'all got skills. Y'all are amazing. But find your voice. Like, that's what's gonna, because here's the difference. You hear us talk about the 90s 30 years later, right? We're talking, we're still talking about it. Even other 80s, 70s, whatever, right? The difference about y'all is you're not going to have the same emotional attachment that other generations have had because too much of it is similar. Or you find one group and it will speak for everybody. Like, there's nothing that stands out. So that's my quick little tidbit, my little, you know what I'm saying? It's your uncle trying to just share a little bit.
I agree. You feel me? Look at us agreeing today. Wow.
That's, man, God is on the throne today. Like, man, look at that. It's a beautiful, you know what? So since we agree, I ain't even gonna wait. Before we get to the new one, though, I'm just gonna remind y'all who A. Ruiz is. I'm gonna give you this quick little snippet so y'all can see A. Ruiz, and we'll be back. This is the Revolution Radio Show on 102.3. Aha!
Yeah, it's A. Ruiz. Ya yo sé que me van a criticar y de mí sé que van a platicar. ¿Quién es esa mula chica que di que puede rapear? Sé que en él estoy segura, mi pastor me va a moldear. I said, make no mistake about it, I'm from the 305, yeah, you know that we got it. Just know that I will never quit for you or nobody. El Espíritu Santo con el flow de Miami. Él me respalda, debajo sus alas, no me falta nada, no es cuento de hada. Y aunque me caiga, me levanta. And there I go, from English to Español. Play this on the radio, let it bless our stereo. All the chauta, got it locked on the key. No necesito a nadie, Dios tiene what I need. Escucha en Nueva York, lo bailan en South Beach. Ahora todos mis latinos alabamos así.
Hey, Ruiz! Oh! Hey, Ruiz! Ain't no doubt about it. I'm from the 505. So that's a little snip. We're going to play the new joint here in a second. I know I said I'm from the 505. Can I rep mine? Is that okay with you?
305 does it better.
Can I? Is that okay with you? Can I rep where I'm from?
Let me have my moment, yo. Come on.
Okay, you know what? It's your moment. You right. So we're going to talk about the new music in a second. But speaking of powerful women, see my transitions? I'm a professional with this. We've been following, this is another story we've been following on the Revolution Radio Show. And it's the saga that is Britney Spears.
Oh, man.
So many of y'all know Britney Spears has been in this little bit of a soap opera dealing with her conservatorship. Her father, for the last 13 years, has basically controlled every aspect of her life. And again, the reason I bring this up today is because I have a female co-host. Me and Farhan usually don't have women on the show. And so we can't speak from a women's perspective. Right. But I've been arguing two things, and I'm going to ask your opinion as a woman. Number one, I've been saying that I just believe that even if someone is crazy, right? I'm just saying, even if they are,
But
No,
you
but
can
I'm
tell,
just,
I
but
guess.
just for the argument, just because they're
Right.
saying that she is mentally unstable to take care of herself, whatever. This is what her dad is saying, right? Why she has a conservatorship, right? But
Hmm.
even if she is, my argument has been she made the money. So I'm saying if
Exactly.
I'm crazy, but I made my money, let me spend my crazy money. It ain't nobody else's, it's mine. So if I want to go buy $2 million worth of bubble gum, let me go buy $2 million worth of bubble gum. It's my money. If I want to do that, that's what I want to do. Who cares? Maybe I want to buy some Legos. You understand what I'm saying? If I
Right.
went out there, her dad didn't go on stage. Her dad didn't do all the little oops, I
No,
did
they
it
living.
again.
They've been living off of her, living on her back,
Exactly. So that's number
right?
one.
Since she was a child.
Yes,
Since she was a child.
that's number one. But number two, here's my point with women. One of the things that really disturbed me, right, was the fact
Oh,
that her father even went to the extent of forcing her to get on birth
to
control.
take birth control. Yep.
And I just don't feel that a man has the right to tell a woman ever what to do with her body, right? And so people
Yep.
always use that argument specifically when it comes to abortion, but I'm saying forget that. I'm talking about like how can a man tell a woman? I mean, am I tripping or
No, you right. Cause, bruh, it's not. Look, birth control is just so many hormones that like that makes that's why you go and they ask you what type of birth control you want to be on and what's best for you. You talk to your significant other, blah 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 blah, because that's no joke. Like what it does to your body, it's doing something. It's repressing you from being able to have kids, right? For whatever amount of time. So like yeah, like that's a big deal. I feel like that's so sad. She can't even get married without his approval. Like the
well
fact
even
that they're controlling her body, like that just blows me, like for real. Like
well yeah,
that
and
was taking
even
it too far.
yeah, no, absolutely. And even part of the reason why she's in the news today, yet again, is because she wants a new attorney to represent her, right? But according to
Okay.
the terms of the conservatorship, she can't even choose her own attorney, which is
No, she
crazy
can't.
because,
She can't make any choice, bruh. Like she can't even go to a Starbucks and buy a coffee without having to go through this whole process. You know,
exactly.
like
And so at first,
it's not.
I was making joke. I'm gonna be honest. When I first heard the story and we first started reporting on it, I was like, Brittany, whatever, right? Because it was the whole free Britney thing, right? They was doing
Free
all the stuff
Britney,
online.
duh. Yeah, people
And
was her fans were on turn. Like they knew what was up.
yeah, but then as I started to understand it more, I was like, yo, this is wild. Like,
Yep,
he literally controls every aspect of her life.
everything.
Like, he put it this way, people.
She
Let me
can't
put it
see
in
her
perspective.
kids. She can't see her kids. Like she's stuck in
Well,
a house. She's
put
like a
it in
prisoner.
yeah, well, put it in perspective. If you went out tomorrow and committed a crime, let's say you committed, and we'll even use a terrible crime, you committed a murder.
Okay.
You have more rights as a criminal than Britney Spears. You have the right to an
Right.
attorney.
Right.
Britney Spears right now can't choose her own. Like that's ridiculous. You can commit a murder and get whatever attorney you want, but Britney Spears can't just to say, "Hey, I want to live my own life."
She doesn't have a voice. She doesn't have. She doesn't have power for nothing. But like it's actually it's so sad, man. And it's
Yeah,
like yeah, she did go through that. I think like anybody would if they was working you since you was a child and then you're in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't happen. It's not the case for everybody. But she got help. She got better. Then they were still working her, still making money off of her. So that's the whole thing for me. If she's not okay, then why are y'all allowing her to be? She was doing like America's Got Talent. She was doing her shows
the
in
residency in
Vegas.
Vegas. Yeah,
She was like working. Like they had her working, like literally working her out. Like if she's like, bruh, like if her dad's the pimp and she's just working her, like you know what I'm saying? Like that is
hmm
disgusting to me. Like, bruh, if she really got a mental problem, leave her at the house. But no, still controlling her, y'all still making her work. Like that's insane to me.
yeah.
Wow.
So I'm officially saying it right now. Yo, free Britney. Word
Yeah,
up,
free
free
Britney.
Britney. Jamie Spears is a despicable human being. For him to be able to do that to
sister.
his daughter, is absolutely disgusting.
But
And I
did
think
you hear her in court, or at least part of it? She
a
sounds
little bit, yeah.
she's saying like she is with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look, let's be real. The only thing wrong with Brittany is that she's entitled, rich, young girl, right? Like, I mean, she's in her 30s now, but
or
like,
was, you know, like
yeah. Like, let's just be honest. Like, she's spoiled, whatever. Like, who, you know what I mean? If you had over $50 million, you'd be spoiled too. Okay.
right.
She's a little bit ditzy, but like we all don't know people who are a little bit ditzy. You know what I mean?
Or she be acting. That's like a little, you know,
It's a
front that she be
character.
putting off. Yeah, it's a character
Yeah.
because, like I said, you hear her in court. You hear this woman talking in court, bruh. She a woman.
Yeah.
Like
Because
she's smart. She's intelligent. She is, you know,
yeah.
articulate. Like, it's not how we've seen her when she's
No.
performing and on Instagram and blah, blah, blah. And all that stuff on Instagram. That was weird too. They had her putting stuff out like she was a little monkey just so people could think she's okay. You feel me? All that was controlled too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I just officially say free Britney. You
For
know,
sure.
and I'm with the movement. And speaking of movements, I'm so good at this. I'm so good at this.
You just be going in on yourself.
I really, well, because if I don't do it, ain't nobody else gonna show your boy
I
love.
feel
So
you. Hey,
you know what I
you
mean?
gotta hype yourself up sometimes, you know. I feel that.
So
That's me.
Kim Kardashian has a company called Skims. I don't know if you're aware of it.
Yes,
I don't know if you
I
know
keep
what's
up.
up with Skims. I don't know you for
I
sure.
don't know
You
if
know.
there's tea on Skims, but I know what Skims is.
Okay, so here's I actually you're not even ready for where I'm about to go with it. Okay, I'm about to go. So I'm gonna start a revolution, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Revolution Radio Show, and I'm all about revolution. For those of you, I know we got a lot of male listeners. Y'all may not know what Skims are. Okay, in some circles, Skims would be called fajas, right? It'd be called fajas. Okay, in some circles, you know what I mean. Skims might be similar to a thing. Another word you might have heard called Spanx. Okay. In other circles, they might be called body shapewear. Yeah. My point is this: it is a multi-million-dollar industry, and I'm right now putting my name in the hat. Yo, Kim, you need some Skims for men. Word up, it's a lot of dudes out there. You know what I mean? They could use some Skims too. You know what I mean? I look. Sometimes you gotta rock. Sometimes you gotta rock a myrtle. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what a myrtle is, that's a male girdle. You know what I mean? Girdle. You feel me? A male girdle, a myrtle. Because a lot of dudes out there be having moobies. If you don't know what moobies is, it's male boobies. Okay? So just to make sure you look good in that suit or whatever you wearing. So I'm saying, yo, Kim, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't got the shape I had when I was a young buck, had my little 8-pack, walk around with no shirt on, thought I was sexy. Yeah, I'm still sexy. Don't get it wrong. You know what I mean? I'm still, but you know what I'm saying? My shape ain't the same. I done been through some things in life. I done enjoyed some good food, and my body done switched up a little bit. We trying to get it back. But in the meantime, while we trying to get it back, you know what? I wouldn't mind having something to just tighten it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm securing my manhood. You know what I mean? I ain't got a problem with it. So I'm saying, Kim Kardashian, holla at your boy. Make me the male face of Skims. I will rock Skims every day and be like, woo! You see how I look in these Skims? Woo! It look real tight, don't it? Look real tight.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen. The same thing with Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova ended up doing the Fashion Nova mix. Feel me?
No, I don't care. I want to be the one though. I'm not waiting for somebody else to do it. Let your boy.
Yeah, they're gonna have.
Look, I'll do Skims, Spanx, fajas, whatever. Let's go. Whatever. I already rock the Gym in the Box waist trainer. I'm already doing the waist trainer. You gotta dig.
Hey, look at you.
Down 50 pounds. Down 50 pounds. What y'all know about that?
Like that, huh? Be making you sweat.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, it do. But it was, look, I'm gonna make sure. Yo, Nika, if you listening, you need to send my girl A Ruiz one of these. Let me tell you, it's dope. You know why? It got the technology. Listen. It got the technology where it does the electrodes on your core. So it's like doing crunches, right? So you rock.
That is dope. I've seen that.
Yes, this is what I'm
That's
trying to tell you.
crazy.
Nika, I know you be checking out the show every day. Send my girl A Ruiz a gem in the
She on
box.
here. Nika, what's up, girl?
Yes, Nika on here.
That is
She
so dope. So it just like
yes.
works your abs out for you.
Yes, and you could do it like you could do it. I do it when I go for my
You can lay
walk, right?
down. Can you lay
Yeah,
down?
you can lay down. You can watch TV. You could be if you know some of you at the desk, right? Like at your desk, typing
Yo,
away.
that's fire.
You could do it in the studio. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Hey, making them hits. You know?
Yeah. So you know what I mean. So I'm just saying, I already do that. I'm securing my manhood. I ain't tripping off of none of y'all. Kim, holla at your boy. I need to get down with them skims. I will be a spokesperson. I got no problem rocking for the chubby dudes. Because just so y'all know, chubby is the new sexy. I'm just letting y'all know. Those are facts. You know what I mean? Young, black, fat, and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks. Rings and watch filled with rocks. And my jam knocks in your Mitsubishi. Who got a Mitsubishi, by the way?
Whoa.
Shout out to whoever has a Mitsubishi. Do they still make Mitsubishis?
Yeah, I think so. They should.
But speaking of the jams that knock, the jams that rock, you know what? I'm gonna let you introduce. I'm gonna let you introduce it. We might play it. We might play it 2 or 3 times. You want to introduce your song?
Which one? The little challenge I did.
The new one.
Back to you. You gonna play it?
Well, you just sent me. Yeah.
Oh, what I just sent you? That's not my new song. That's just a little, it's just a little song I did for the gram. You feel me?
Okay, there's another. Well, I need to back to you though, so we could, throw it in rotation. Okay, but you want to introduce this?
Yes, y'all. This is just a little, a little snippet. I call it a little commercial. I did a little challenge, and I put it up on the gram. You feel me? It just shows my diversity. So I hope that y'all enjoy it.
It's A Ruiz, ladies and gentlemen, on the Revolution Radio Show.
Too hard, you swapping through your phone like a credit card. Don't put me in a box. I hear taking shots, zooming through these bars like I'm running from the cops. And I ain't gon' lie, I got bills to pay, but my faith in God each and every day. So I'm in good hands, I don't need no bands. One day I'll be chillin', but I won't watch Sam. Pues nada ni nadie que pueda pararme. Te gusta este flow, te agradezco el detalle. Mi Dios, él me ama, aunque yo le falle. Como dice Kale, yo tengo la llave. Keep your Beamers in your Bentleys, trust me, I'm good, I got plenty. Filled by the Spirit, not on empty. Making moves, I stay ready, yeah. I kinda sing, I kinda rap, I kinda just do what I do. Either way, I'm just doing me.
Yo, A Ruiz. Bam, 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 bam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna give you props on this.
You feel?
You switched up like 3 or 4 different styles on that one joint. I don't think people really recognize and appreciate.
There's a couple people that said that word for word, the switch ups.
Well, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. And so I don't think people really appreciate. See, I listen to the little things, you know what I mean? Like I listened to the little things and I was like, oh, wait, hold it, switched. And then it switched. I was like, oh, okay, I see you. I seen what you doing. I seen it. So I'm really impressed with what it is. So tell us, since we got you here anyway, what are you working on? What's next? What's going on?
What's next? I got a few singles coming out. I got a single coming out next month. I'm not gonna share the title yet, but I will eventually. But it's that vibe. It's that summer type vibe. It's fun. Got some mostly Spanish. It's my Spanglish flow. You feel me? I had to do it very Miami. So I'm excited
because she Dominican. Because she Dominican.
And Guatemala, baby. You feel me? Don't leave that out.
For sure. So let me ask you this:
Dominican.
Who are you into? Like who's an artist that who are artists that move you?
Oh man, in general or like right now?
Just in general, who moves you? Who you know what I mean? Because I'm real curious about because again, you're a little bit younger than me, just a little bit.
Yeah. And
I get curious to what do y'all be on?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm on. I don't know what other people be on, but what I'm on, I'll be into a little bit of everything. You feel me? I really like Snow the Product. I don't know if you've heard of Snow the Product.
I have. I have.
She is, I mean, I've talked about her before to you, I think, but she is just, I like lyrical artists, you know, and she's a rapper.
Mhm.
So I like lyrical rappers. She's a woman. She's also Hispanic. Um, so I love even her, you know, I'll be less, you get a little bit of everything, like even her switching flows and stuff like that, like just how she uh goes in and out from both languages. Like that's something that I love. Like that's so me. So I think that's one of the artists that right now is just like, man, I'm like, bro, what? Like she just be going crazy. Her beats, everything. Really into Tyler the Creator. You
That's
know, he's
interesting.
different. He really
Right.
not. His production, his beats, everything. Like I listen to different types of music for different reasons. But like you said, it's like he has his sound. He's not sounding like everybody
I
else.
get for
Same
sure.
with
I give him that
Snow.
for sure.
You know, we got Giveon out now, doing R&B. He's like one, you know, a newer artist. Obviously, he's been doing this for a minute, but he's like a new artist now.
Hmm.
His lyrics, his voice, like
That Heartbreak
man, it's just like a
Anniversary.
true singer, true. You know what I'm saying? Um, and Doja Cat, bro, like she just keeps. She is just changing the game. You know, she's another one that her sound is so unique to her. You know, um, so yeah, I mean, those are just a few, just to name a few out of like my extensive catalog
I got you.
of artists.
I got
You
you.
know,
Well, allow me to show you something that right now I feel is the hottest song on the planet. So I'm
okay,
about to show you some by some OGs.
all right,
Okay. This is gonna be number one for the next 38 weeks in a row. It's the hottest song on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. It's my
let's hear
boy,
it.
Juvenile and Manny Fresh. Backs that
Ooh,
thing up.
okay.
You finna online date chat, find a mate chat, open up be okay yeah, profile picture looking tight chat, nice chat, got your bio reading right chat, precise chat, but before you find a date chat, you gotta wait chat, gotta go back to Nate chat, get it straight chat, girl you look good, want you vax that thing up, you's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up, dating real life, you need to vax that thing up, feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up, girl you look good, want you vax that thing up, you's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up, dating real life, you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up.
I know you can't stand it, no holding hands, chick. But when we get the shot, we gon' be romancing. Girl, you could be the queen after quarantine. We could meet up at the spot and we could do the thing. Internet date chat, I'm your mate chat. Download the app, shorty, you ain't gotta wait chat. I love it when you hold me, eggplant emoji. You could be the young hot thing, I'll be the OG.
Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. Dating real life, you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up. Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a decent looking brother, want you vax that thing up. Acting foolishly, you need to vax that thing up. Herd immunity when you vax that thing up.
If you wanna get sticky and hot, go get the shot. If you wanna smash some dude named Scott, go get the shot. Go get the shot, go get the shot. BLK says go get the shot. You wanna smash with Scott, smash with Scott. BLK says go get the shot.
She said, if you want to smash with Scott,
Scott,
I don't know who Scott is, but Scott is making them
Yo.
all vax that thing up.
Bruh, that is hilarious.
It's the greatest song on the
vaccinated?
planet. Yes, I'm vaccinated.
All right, I'm vaccinated too. I know people be real one or the other with that one.
Yeah, people are funny, man. Look, it's we gonna look. I say this all the time. So, America, let me be clear once again. If anybody has the right to have conspiracy theories about the government and vaccinations, it's black males. We have a long history in this country of some of the most ridiculousness that has been happened. But let me be sure to remind y'all that if you live in this country, you are vaccinated in some form or fashion. If you went to school here, guess what? The reason we don't have measles and mumps and polio, I say this all the time, is because of what? Vaccinations, ladies and gentlemen. And y'all act like if the government wanted to do something, like they would even do a commercial. Do you understand? They could dump stuff in the drinking water. You know what I mean?
If they wanted
Like
to.
you want me to like do some real conspiracy theories? Yo, they just got to dump it in the drinking water.
Right.
They control all the plants. That's the reason why. I mean, think about it. There's still not clean water in Flint, Michigan. All they got to do is flip a switch and it would be clean. So all of y'all who are tripping, and here's the funny thing. You notice that all the people who's real like anti-vax don't know nothing about science. Oh, it's going to change your DNA. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, talking about it's going to change your DNA. I'm like, okay.
And where did they learn that? Because not a one of them even went to college. You notice that?
Right.
The people who say this
they
stuff.
They be reading on social media or whatever they try, whatever they get their weird information
but
from.
Even the videos, because I got these people, they send me stuff, right? And it'll be a grainy black and white video, like the sound be like this. I'm like, that person got the real story and they can't even use an iPhone.
They can't even use a legit
software. You know what I mean? Like, how you gonna convince me that you got the truth and your video don't even look decent?
Yeah, so, people will just eat up anything for real.
You know, do I think some of the
because normal stuff is not fun enough for people. They want it's genetically da 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 and it da 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 da. And oh my god, like, you know, that's fun. That's entertaining. That's
I guess so. So I'm gonna start my own conspiracy theories. Okay, you ready?
All right.
So here's conspiracy theory number 1. Okay, because I've heard this before, so I'm gonna perpetuate it. If you drink milk, okay, you are contributing to the death of baby cows. Okay, because of you, baby cows are gonna die. Okay, I just want you to know that. That's number 1. Number 2. No. That's even worse. That was going to be my next one.
Okay.
Everyone who is not vegan is a murderer.
Is going to die.
You're a murderer if you're not a vegan. Even though the world couldn't sustain, if everybody tomorrow became a vegan, the world wouldn't be able to sustain itself because the animals would immediately overnight overrun populations. There's not enough vegetation to feed people. You know what I'm saying? There's not enough crops, grains, etc. But hey, let's kill off most of the world's population in order for us to become vegans. Because animals are more important than people. So the moral of the story is animals are more precious than people. You're murderers that kill baby cows. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's a rude awakening right there.
So with that being said, watch this. I'm going to my next story, okay? Because this one right here is the one that that I want to get to. Ooh, man, this is going by quick. So I know your favorite president of all time, Donald Trump.
No.
Well, he stayed down in Florida now. That's your people's, right? He be staying in Florida, Mar-a-Lago.
I don't claim that. That's
okay, well,
me. I don't claim that.
There's a book coming out that alleges, right? We have to say allegedly, that Donald Trump has a great admiration for Adolf Hitler. And he's actually,
I wouldn't be surprised. That's not surprising.
So he's actually threatened to sue the author of this book. His name is Michael Bender. He's a writer, right? And Trump personally invited this guy after he lost the election to come, write for him and basically like tell his story, right?
Yeah.
But this guy was so shocked by the things that Trump said. He's like, yo, this is kind of wild, right? And he said, apparently, according to, again, his name is Michael Bender, right? When Adolf Hitler was visiting Europe in 2018, commemorating the 100th anniversary of the end of World War I, he turned to his then chief of staff, General John F. Kelly, and he said, well, Hitler did a lot of good things. So I'm asking, maybe because again, you're younger than me, which means you were in school. Matter of fact, you in school right now. You in college. So
yeah, but they ain't teaching me. Completely
So
different things.
maybe you learned something that I didn't learn, right? I don't know. So I'm asking, did Hitler do some good things? Did somebody read?
I don't know where.
I'm asking a question.
I don't
I'm
know
asking a
where.
serious
How?
question.
I never learned that. You feel me?
In what world?
And if he ever did anything good, it all got trumped. I see what I did there.
I
It
seen it.
all
I
got,
seen it.
it all got trumped when that whole freaking, genocide happened. So I don't see how he did anything good at all.
But in what world, right? And apparently that general like kind of snapped back at him, right? And they had issue, but it's just crazy that like could you if somebody said that to me, like I don't care if they're the president or not, like if my boy said like, yo, Hitler did some good, I'd be like, is you serious? I might just by reaction punch him real quick in the face, like, oh my bad, it was a reaction.
Just a spasm.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, how do you
Yeah.
even say that Hitler did some good things? You know what I mean? And so the funny thing is, it goes, because I've been talking about this, and the truth is, this dude is going to run again in 2024, right?
Let's see if he even makes it to 2024.
He gonna run again in 2024. And the crazy thing to me is that there's people who legit believe that this guy is the answer, right? And so what I'm being sincere here. I would like some real, not propaganda, right? Like not Fox News sound bites, but like some real. You live in Florida. This is why I'm asking you. Is there anything redeemable about Donald J. Trump that you could tell me so that I could consider my options? You got real quiet right now.
I don't know, man. I like to say the only thing that this dude got that is different from all the rest of the politicians, because all politicians are dirty, is that he was never a politician before he became president. That's why he be crazy as hell.
Okay, we could give him that.
I don't know what other quality we got.
We can give him that. Donald J. Trump was never a politician before he ran for president. So, because my mama used to say, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So I'm gonna say something nice. He was never a politician before he became a politician. Okay, so that I said something nice, but here's the thing. Here's the truth. The next election is gonna fall on your generation, right?
Oh,
it really is
for sure.
So I gotta ask you, is your because you hang around more people your age than I do. So with that being said, do you really think they're going to get involved?
It's very 50-50, man. I mean, a lot of the younger folks that I talk to, people even younger than me. I'm 24. Because it was people that this was, this past election was their first time being able to vote. Young,
right?
18. And people are pretty passionate about where they stand and what they're. But the one thing I will say, it's a very like social media driven. Every piece of information that they get is like from social media.
Right.
It's not because they're actually like investigating. So they will go to the death over something that they saw on social media. I do feel that, I don't know why. I feel like people talk a lot about this younger generation, but it's crazy. Like when you go out, like even, at jobs or wherever, like the people that are screaming and being rude and being disrespectful are typically older people. Like the younger folks will just be like, okay, like they won't scream at the waiter. They won't curse out our generation. Or like the older generation, like people I feel are more trying, I guess, to be a little more understanding and more open or whatever the case is. So I do feel that there will be a good amount of people. I mean, look at what was going on, when this whole, the pandemic is still going on, but you know what I mean? Like everything that happened with George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. And it was mostly young people, out here talking and going out and marching and doing this. And I do feel that this generation is powerful, but it could go both ways. You know what I'm saying? There could be a change, there could be a difference, or people just gonna keep being asleep.
Well, I say this. Here's the truth. As a student of history, every great revolution in recorded history was helmed by young people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Matter of fact, to get really deep, right? Most historians and theologians will tell you that probably the typical age of the disciples, when you're talking about the Bible, was between 15 to about 22, 23, right?
Mm-hmm.
People don't see it that way, right? Because of the European version of how everything was taught. But
they was young.
They was, yeah, like I said, between 15 to like 23, maybe 24. It was probably their real age, right? But we had a few years ago what they called the Arab Spring, right? When there was the all of the revolutions that sprung out in the Middle East, right? When Libya was one of the countries that was liberated, and just a lot of different things, right? But even here in the United States, from the civil rights movement, it was young people. The anti-war movement with the hippies was all young people. Even when we did all of, in the late 80s, early 90s, the gang truce, when the gangs came together to stop gang violence in cities across the country, was young people. And so I really believe that this generation, I really think that, and I think you're correct. Most of the ridiculous behavior was my age group. I'm gonna be honest. It was my age group. And I think that we have a responsibility to reach out. We failed y'all. You know what I mean? Number one, we failed y'all. So a lot of times when we complain, we need to be yelling at ourselves because we're the ones that failed y'all, for one. And number two, but it's not too late, right? So it's important that we reach out and do what we can. Nah, definitely it's not. As long as we breathing, it's not too late. You feel me? And so I think it's important that my age group links up with your age group, right? And we bring our wisdom to your energy, right?
For sure.
Our knowledge to your passion. Because when we marry those things, we truly are unstoppable. Hashtag shout out Angie Rose, unstoppable. But you know what I mean? I think that's really where the true magic is at, is if we learn how to work together, there's nothing we can't accomplish, because between, like I said, your energy, your passion, your talent, all of those things mixed with my wisdom, my knowledge, guess what? Now we have that perfect mix. We have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
And so
that's powerful.
For real. And I think that, because I look at what you guys can do and the ability that you guys have to literally touch the world at the tip of your fingers. And we over here trying to how you use this, what you got to put www, then we still got to put the W's on the,
How do you zoom in on this?
I'm trying to do it on the computer. This is a computer. I'm putting it on the
restart. I gotta refresh.
On the interweb, you puts it on the interweb, and it's gonna go. You still got a website? What's your website?
Bro, it's something like my parents, bro.
But I'm saying the things that y'all can do is fascinating to me. It's I wish,
and it's like you learn at a younger and younger age. Like, bro, they 2-3 years old, know how to use a phone better than we do. Like,
my 3-year-old nephew knows how to control the, and I'm looking at him like, player, who taught you this? You're 3.
I feel like they're just born knowing now. Like, it's just innate.
Yeah, and imagine if you took that power and then you put some wisdom behind it, and you put some knowledge, and you put oh my God, that's scary how crazy that is. Right. You feel me? Like, even the fact, the way y'all figure out I still don't even know what an algorithm is. Like, I know it's a word, and I just be saying it. Hey,
the IG algorithm is messed up.
Yeah, but
there's so many things you gotta do to fight it. It's not even worth it sometimes.
I just be like, hey, you know what? It's the algorithm.
If you post enough on your page, on your story, if you get enough comments and likes and saves and shares, then the algorithm will favor you. That's basically, but it's just like, dang, all right, what else do I got to do? Sell my soul, add a little drop of blood in there.
Can I teach you something I learned recently?
You know me? Yeah.
I got shadow banned. I don't even know what that means. But I got
shadow banned. I've heard of that before. What does that mean? You can't comment.
Shadow banned is when Instagram, basically, they low key block you from your own followers, right? Like, they just, no one can see. So let's say you got 10,000 followers, right? So basically what they do when they shadow ban you, like 9,000 of those can't see none of your posts, but you don't even know it. So you be posting and wondering why I'm not getting the same interaction I was getting before. I'm not getting the same.
Right.
It's not because you're doing it wrong. It's because they deemed you, whatever you did, something that whatever they didn't like, and then they shadow. They don't even tell you. They just, so if you ever see your engagement go from like one thing overnight, like from here to here, they shadow banned you.
Wow.
You're welcome. The old man taught you that. That
makes no sense.
It's crazy, right? Well, because they want you to then purchase ads and do different. It's all a hustle. It's all a hustle.
Yeah, they really be trying to make it.
You know what I mean?
Especially Instagram. Instagram is slipping through the cracks right now because of TikTok. They're trying to do what they can.
Mark Zuckerberg gonna figure something out. But look, we running low on time here. I want to give you some time to just. So Miss A. Ruiz, if people want to get a hold of you, if they want to learn more about you, if they want to listen to your music, where can they find you?
All right, y'all. You can find me. Well, let's go ahead and just say the first one. Instagram. I'll be on there more than anything else. A.Ruiz Music. Follow me on Spotify. A.Ruiz. Feel me? I got iTunes. I don't really be using Apple Music, but if you got Apple Music, Amazon, I'm everywhere. But yeah, follow me on Spotify, Instagram. I'm always posting new things and updates and all that stuff. Some personal stuff in my life on my story. Random thoughts, all that. And I got a Twitter as well. Twitter, same thing. I'll just be posting random thoughts, anything that comes to my head. And that's A. Ruiz Official over on Twitter.
So let me ask you this. What's something that people don't know about you that you would like people to know?
That people don't know about me, huh?
Because I say this all the time, and maybe this will help you answer it.
Okay.
The music only gives people a small peek, right, into you, right? So
so
what's
I think
something?
One of the things that maybe people that don't know me, obviously, is I am a people person. I really do strive off of like, right? Oh my God, I can't believe it. Even though sometimes, man, I don't like people, but I love people. It's like crazy. I be caring for people. I strive off of like community and being around others. If I'm alone for too long, I can't. It's not good. You know what I'm saying? Especially for my mental. But yeah, I like people. I like doing life with people. I like supporting other people. Even today, my boy, it was his song, but I went out there, supported. I was with my peeps, had a good time. Just human interaction, you know what I mean? I love that. I like that, especially now after COVID. I'm more grateful for it. And just doing life, man. Like it's music is just like you said, it's just a part of us. It's not my identity. It's not who I am. But I just love learning from new people, talking to them, conversation, whatever it is, because you just realize so much stuff about this world just by talking to other people. Because man, I wasn't raised like that. How were you raised? And like you just start learning so many different things. So
absolutely,
definitely am a people person, and I'm a talker. I can talk a lot. You beat me with that. Or maybe I met my match, but yeah, that's a cool little thing about me, I guess.
Well, I definitely appreciate you. I'm thankful that you came here and hung out with me for a couple of days. I hope it wasn't too much of a headache. You know what I mean?
It's exciting. It's different, I'm happy to be here. It's
well,
fun.
You're welcome to come anytime. We're here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 102.3 FM. You know what I mean? And so I just want to tell all of y'all out there, seriously, go check out A. Ruiz. I know most of y'all are on Instagram. I know that'll be the main spot. It's A.Ruiz. Go check her out. You know what I mean? And support. I believe in supporting independent, period. Like whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And so definitely let her know that you dig what it is she does. And just say hi, if nothing else. Sometimes just a hi and a smiley face emoji can make somebody's day. So you know what I mean? Like, for real, I appreciate that. Like I take a high all day long. So I hate the fact that this show always goes by so fast. I can't wait till it extends. But until it does, as always, on behalf of my man Ferran, who couldn't be here today, he'll be back tomorrow. On behalf of Miss A. Ruiz, who has graciously been here with us the last couple of days. FYI, we are looking for a female co-host. Anyways, see how I threw that out there real quick. So anyways, I just want to remind y'all, as always, I'm Jay Love, aka Uncle Jiggy. Reach for your best, reach for success, but most of all, reach for God, because God is love and love is everything, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow, God willing.
Oh my.